So we gotta get that going.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while.
I need to start getting the promo material for our next street fight night.
All right. Well, I got the thing up and going now. So
All
we
right.
live. We live.
Hello, my people.
How everyone doing tonight? If you're not watching football, I will be watching, but it look like my fantasy game over for the day. It was probably over yesterday evening.
Who beat you in this round? Who beat you this fantasy round?
You know what? They came here for versus, so let's continue talking about versus.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
So, here we are. It's been a while since we gonna be doing the season, but we doing season 13. We have 13 of these. Season 12 ended in June, I think, or May.
Yep.
One of those.
I think it was June.
Okay. But I guess we need to introduce ourselves. So I'm David D. Rob, one of the judges, and also here I got Roland, Shadow the Bat.
That's me.
He also do the resource role from time to time, like once a week, every Thursday.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so we got 68 MC, so I guess we better get the show on the roll.
Yeah, it's a lot of MCs.
All right, so first of all, I guess we need to mention the draft is on Wednesday, the 9th, the 10th, the 9th, the 9th at 8.
Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern
2
Standard
days
Time.
from now.
I mean,
2 days from
Eastern
now.
Standard Time or 8 p.m. real people time, whatever you refer to it as. So the format we're gonna be using, so Upper Deck, they said they're supposed to be doing one more format, but they really not on a time schedule since they don't really have no more events. So we wanted to get this season in before Thanksgiving, so we just ran ahead and ran back their very first format with the Big Apple Battle. Got it up on the screen. So basically, your main character and each card in your deck in and out of game pile have to have one of these 6 team affiliation or be a neutral card. And in a reminder, Marvel is not a team affiliation.
No, it is not.
So and let me just explain a couple of the rules for people who haven't done the draft before, so you understand. The MC you draft, or if you want the MC you draft and you play, that's the MC that had to start on the field. But if your deck or side pile allows you to have multiple MCs, you can put the MCs into your deck and side piles. A prime example is the Spider-Verse. So let's just say you draft Spider-Ham. He had to start on the field at the beginning of the game, but you can put the 4 Spider-Verse characters into your deck. The same if you do the Miles Morales with Spider-Verse and so forth.
Yeah.
And then the new Scarlet Spider, aka the triple man of Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, you can still have the spiders that have these a team affiliation in your deck. But yeah, I had it up on the screen for quite a bit, so if you haven't read the format, read it on your own time, but we moving along.
Pretty simple, straightforward.
So next is the calendar. So like I said, the draft is on the 9th. Week 1 won't start until the 15th, which is the following Tuesday. But I mean, if you play your game in between there, you'll have your matchup after the draft. Well, actually, at the draft, you'll know who your matchups are in most cases. Right now, we have 21 people signed up. In this league, there won't be nobody scheduled with a bye, because if we get to our number, I will jump in and play that person. Few other things we'll go over with how the Buckeye League, because I know we got a couple new players. We got about, I want to say 4 to 5 new people signed up who haven't done it before.
Which is pretty awesome. Welcome new people.
So I'm going to notate that. We'll talk about their names at the end, but yeah. Also let people know, you do signing up to be in this, you do earn a playmat if you haven't received one. You can either get the Sentinel or the Venom playmat. You get to pick one. You must pay the ship. The only requirement is you have to pay the shipping and handling for it. Or the next time we meet up, like if you plan on being at midwinter, you want one of these, I could bring it to you at midwinter or something the next time. Or if you live locally or close, you can meet up, so forth and so forth. If you already received one of these playmats, I'm not going to start doubling up until maybe in a couple months or so. But right now, I want to make sure everybody had the opportunity to grab at least one of the playmats. Okay, I got this page was intentionally left blank, so I want to talk about a couple other things in the league. So we have what we call a supplemental draft. So so basically you'll be drafting at least 2 MCs. When you play your game each week, you have to play with one of the 2 MCs. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Somebody posted into my Discord. That way, I forgot everybody can see my screen. Only Mal has it. So okay, yeah. So John had been asking me about. I know he asked me about this earlier. He said only Mal got the citizen in the universe, but the Spider-Verse keyword. I don't know if you looked it up in the rule book, but basically the Spider-Verse keyword also give you the option to put the extra Spider-Verse into your MC pile. So they could be played standalone with the other 4 in your deck. I forgot the quick one, but I'll look that up real quick for each. I think that won't take long. we'll just go ahead and knock that out because I think he under the impression that you could only play the
Just
extra one in the Spider-Verse, but you could play any of the Spider-Verse keyword, it would trigger that ability, but they wouldn't cross over 2 or 3.
Crossover 2, I think.
Yeah, I think crossover 2. So the Spider-Verse keyword power have 2 properties. First, it means if you choose a Spider-Verse character to be your starting main character, you may include up to 4 other Spider-Verse main characters in your deck. So all 4 of the 2 health, they all have the Spider-Verse keyword. And then Miles have that separate keyword that give him the ability to also have that power. So they all have
of the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so they all have access to that. So we'll talk more about that. But back to the supplemental draft part of thing. So during the year, during the season, you could drop an MC and then pick up one from it'll just be it won't be an in-person type thing. It just be messes back and forth. And also once the new set release, them MC, if they legal MC, what they should be, I'm just speculating, what they should be. I don't have inside information or nothing. But y'all have seen the cards at the last regional, so that should be a giveaway. But they'll be legal in the format the Wednesday after they released. So the Wednesday they released, they won't be legal that week, but we'll keep that posted as we go along. But let's just go ahead and get into the MC ranking. So first of all, we ranked all 68 MC, me, Roland, and Earl. So Earl, he had quite a busy weekend, so he's taking a break and he can't make this, so we're gonna hold him up in his place. And let's get going here. So the first MC is Talos. He the only full graphic MC just because he don't have a team affiliation. He neutral on both levels. I think there's no photo MC that have that. The only reason he's so bad because there are only so few characters you could play in his deck and so few plot twists. You'll be a location heavy deck and he'll take a long time to level. So yeah. Self-explanatory, right?
Would he even be able to team attack if all the other neutral?
Yondu.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So Yondu is picking up a team affiliate. So Yondu the only one, so you gotta keep him alive with Yondu and make a few. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but yeah, now one of us gave him a 67. That because one of us hate one of the MCs in the format more than everybody else.
Oh, that would be me.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
You had him at 68. There's an MC that Earl always put at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I respect that.
So next on the list in our ranking is Winter Soldier. I don't think he's been relevant for a while. He's been power creep out.
Was he ever relevant?
I don't think he was, but if you wanted to try him, a 7.5 that could shoot protected people early in the game was a huge thing.
That's fair.
He's still a rough one, but he's never really been relevant. But I didn't play much in the beginning of the game, but looking at his stats early on, 7.5 was still a nice attack. To pay a red, I could shoot somebody in the back because people use that Hawkeye and shield a lot. So he pretty much do what that Hawkeye did.
Okay.
But he only could do it solo too. So he got, him and the Vibe, but he right in the right place. So let's move along. So of course now we got the Spider-Verse. Like I said, they got the Spider-Verse keyword so they could have the 4 in their decks. So spy him at the bottom because he got 2 health and 2 defense.
That's super easy to.
If you don't draw into the any one of the Fireflies, you could lose in 2 turns.
Yep.
And then with Devil Slayer in the format, Devil Slayer get him quite easily too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that could be a turn 1 defeat.
So mostly gonna be these Spider-Verse characters. So Spider, if you want to have some fun, they worth a draft, but that's why they down at 65. So the thing about this format, I'm gonna talk about the format for a second. I think it's a good mix between 50 and up. Obviously some MCs are better than others, but I think you still have a good time with any of the top 50 MCs on this list.
I very much agree.
But I mean, I think you could have a good time with them, but if you run into like a Spider-Woman, Doc Ock, or Daredevil with one of these, you're gonna have a bad day.
Yeah.
Even if you go into them, another Spider-Verse character is 64, same thing, different day. And finally, Spider UK. I mean, my personal opinion, I think he's the best of the group.
I agree with his power up keyword.
Yeah, just because you could draw into more cards, because you can maybe draw 4 cards and maybe get into one of your Spider-Verse characters. And then Spider-Gwen, I mean, she still, yeah, she could get the extra +1 and a lot of +1, but still, yeah. Let's move on.
There's a better Ghost Spider you can play.
Well, she just,
if you like Gwen.
Yeah. So, next we had Crystal. She's the one, like I said, I think the Inhuman and Champions, the MC, a little power creep, so they haven't got no boost like the other 4 teams have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they'll be good support for the other team with their plot twist and support characters, but
MCs are a little, yeah.
Right. So as you can see here, her level, unlike with the last format, the last 9 incursion format, the super power. You don't get the location. You don't get the head start with getting one of the locations early. But I mean, she can still do something. But I think they're better, just better options.
Oh yeah,
Simon Taz. I mean, besides maybe a alt win thing, have anybody really played him much as a main?
I know I have not.
And then, like I said, he can't take out them X-Mens.
Right.
So, but I mean, he got good defense. I mean, but
yeah,
but there's gonna be
good.
a lot of punches. There's gonna be a lot of punches in this format.
A lot of martial artists.
Yeah, well, not even martial arts, just physical people.
Yeah.
So
turn right.
Yeah, there's a lot of that at the top of this list. Bullseye, I mean, again, his level up is pretty tough.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, having the KO enemy character, some of these, one cost got 2 health. And he needs 3 of those. And then his superpowers is so expensive for what they do now. I mean, that probably was a thing back then, but paying 3 wears just a room or face up main character, that seems super expensive nowadays. Inflation had went up.
Right, exactly.
Right. He would want
especially
to do, like I remember going to school, walking up hills, snow 6 miles. But yeah, but like I said, because these teams got so much boost, you could still play him and have a good time. But they're better options.
Like a new Bullseye.
And then another Inhuman Karnak. I mean, I do feel like his gimmick, but I mean, people have been trying to make him work for years.
Yeah.
I mean, I think their newest plot twist is a little neat that give them the +2 counters. But we moving cards from people deck. Some of the MCs are hitting so hard that I don't know if he could protect himself from them. We moving so many of their cards.
If he had the ability that his supporting character has, where if he gets stunned only if you hit exactly his defense, he would be super cool. But yeah, as is.
But again, like I said, he was decent around his time, but now they just been power creep.
Yeah.
I mean, think about a series like Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, they were so terrified of Raditz in the beginning, but Raditz came back at the end of Dragon Ball Z. You know, they're regular Earthlings who could knock him down.
Yeah.
So, his power creep is real.
Yep.
2099, I don't think he ever been there to get creeped on.
Nope.
I had tried him a few times. I mean, he got an interesting gimmick once he leveled, but that level, you paying a heavy price.
Truly.
You giving up
and
a card.
And the symbiotes aren't here to make that worth it.
Right. I mean, all the minigun, there's so many things that it's just like he would be kind of cute with. But
right.
Again, there's a lot better Spider-Friends options.
Which hurts because I love Miguel.
Evil Deadpool, another underworld. I mean, It's definitely power creep because his stats have been power creeped out, but I don't think it pay off for what you put it into him. You can still have a good time playing him, but all right, he down. I think most of these people is slotted in their right places. I don't think,
so far so good.
Yeah, I think we all kept them under the 40s. Yeah, so everybody been under. She's the highest at a 49. And let people know how I do the stats at the top. So the numbers is where me, Roland, and Earl rank them, but it's just in the order that they are. So I don't know. We know who each person did, but try to keep it a little anonymous. And I'm not even looking at the cheat sheet. So, and then that number at the end is their average. And if they have a star next to their name, that means they tied. Like he tied for 56 with Miguel. So, okay, got that out of the way. Spice should have done that at the beginning, but oh well. Moving along. So now this is the Spider-Man who had the Citizen of Multiverse. So he get access to the 4 Spider-Verse main character in his deck as well. So like I said, if you draft him, you have to start with him, but you can still put the other MCs in your deck even if you don't draft them.
Right.
So just want to make sure that's perfectly clear, but that's going to make a lot more sense, like I said, when we get to the triple man of Spider-Man, or he'll just be pretty bad if you can only pick one MC.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm dead. So yeah, so you just the MC you draft, all that points out who had to be on the field. One of those 2 MCs you draft had to start on the field. But like I say, he's still below 45. But I mean, you can have a good time with him, but them numbers is just too low. That health. I think that health is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I think level up getting easier with each the Spider-Friend sets coming out. But still, I mean, his
Devil Slayer coming in is not good for you.
He can easily die before you have a level 1 with a decent hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not unless you get, like I said, not unless you getting all those Spider-Verse. So not unless you stacking your deck and sending all 4 Spider-Verse on the type, then maybe. Black Panther, I think I had him a little higher than everybody else. I do like his level 2 power, but that level up, I mean, man, anybody, the Sinister Six people could just swing and he just dies.
Yep.
Like one of them punches, like you didn't even hit me with your punch, and then the after effect just hit him and just blows him over.
And there's a lot of negative counters flying around in this format, so they don't even need the.
But basically, if you want, when you need it, you got to have that Wasp on 2 there without a question.
Yeah, if you don't have Wasp, you don't have a game.
Because he can't even. Well, he can't play. He ain't got nothing to good handle. He can't even use, change it. Yeah. So I think he's in the right place. So let's move along. Ghost Rider. He have an entertaining red power, but you got to stack. Nowadays, you just got to stack his stats up a little bit to make it worthwhile.
Right.
Because, I mean...
And Solo can make that even more fun, but his level kind of is hard.
Right. I mean, I think... I think the thing that people gotta remember with the draft, though, you do have the what 2 MCs your opponent playing. So if you know they got if they got 2 slugger, like if they have Daredevil, both of the Daredevil by chance, they're gonna have to swing it out.
Mm-hmm.
Then he may be worth a gamble there, but I think it's gonna be matchup dependent if you even consider bringing him out.
Right.
But like I said, the other good thing about this format is there are not many flyers.
That is true. That is very true.
I mean, they're not as many flyers as you would think alike. And they're not much top end in the format neither.
Really?
I mean, if you think about the 8 drops, they're like Hulk.
Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, the Spider-Man and Captain Universe, of course, but...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got the Lilith 8 drop, but he not real 8 drop. He just a Lilith that 8 cost.
Yep, exactly.
So, I mean, it could, but I think a lot of the good stuff going to be happening at the low drops in this format.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we got Daredevil. I think I have him a little higher than y'all because I still like the support the Defenders give him.
They do. I mean, Defenders is such a stacked team.
The other thing about the format, I think there are going to be a lot of low decks. I mean, just in general, they're normally low deck, but in this format...
Yeah.
there are going to be a lot of Laurel decks, but there's a lot of things out there that can get you out Laurel. Like if worth having Solo in here because Solo in here, and then some of the there's a lot of neutral cards that good. JJ Lilith, the Man of Lilith.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. But we're not spending a lot of time on the back end for people wondering why we're moving fast. We may go a little slow once we get high up, but we still in the 50s. The Mystical Arts Iron Fist. If you can level him.
Yeah. Why is his art so bad? Like his hand is, ugh.
I don't pay attention. I guess I'm not a person who pay attention to art. But I mean, challenge is gonna be tough because you gotta hit people in the back, so that's gonna be tough as well. So I don't know. I'm not the most hugest fan of him.
Yeah, me neither.
Eli, yeah, like I said, so I see Eli reaching now. So if you watch the screen, everybody is welcome to one of them play mats. Like I said, I'll go back to that at the end of it. I'm getting messages in Discord, so I'm looking at those on the side as well. You can message me through the stream. Like I said, this is a live stream at the moment. If you check this in a couple hours tomorrow, it won't be live anymore.
We gotta go to bed at some point,
right? But yes, you definitely welcome to a playmate. You got to pay the shipping, but I'll go back to that again, and I will also talk about that at the beginning of the draft and Wednesday. In 2 days, 2 days away.
2 days. Number
50, Vic Vern in the house. Big Shrank.
All right.
What's up? If you haven't Team Apex, you haven't checked it out there. Recent box ranking, just going over each card in the most recent Protector of New York. I started listening to it. I haven't got around to finishing it, but there have been so many that came out all at the same time. And then, of course, I've been getting this draft together. But he's in the league. He ready to go. You already know. But let's keep the moving going along. So, Anti-Venom. This is who Earl, I think his dog ate his card. I didn't even know that was a thing in Versus.
Yeah, that's right.
So he already ranks him last, but I think being able to cancel some combat, I think he'll be able to level pretty good.
I think so too.
Well, only when he get solo attack. So that's the only downside because I think you gotta look at the matchup. I see a
lot of loyal.
Yeah.
But if people are playing solo,
right.
I mean,
right. So I mean, it wasn't a very thing, and then I think equipment gonna be a big role. I think you need. In this format, I think you're going to need to get into the books. Go into the library. I don't know what section you're a librarian, right, Roland? So I don't know what section they need to go to.
I'm master of all the library.
Okay, so what section do they go to either find the Dark Code or the Book of Facility? Because
that would be the occult would be 133.
So I think both of them equipment will be huge in the format. I mean, being able to replay some of these plot twists is broken, and then being able to stop somebody to use plot twists. I mean, you'll be able to use some of your build phase ability because they try to use stand together. They have to burn one or use two of them. So I think you should, when you build your deck, you better look for the books. Good, and I think the dual affiliation MCs like this that got access to both books, I think is a big plus.
Oh yeah.
But moving along, Medusa. I mean the Inhuman got some good stuff. I think she best done well. I think she only done loyalty. I mean, I won't say a hard loyalty, but at least good loyalty.
Right.
I will almost say all loyalty, but I mean, you may want to throw something else in. But there's really no top end in this format.
Yeah, you could probably do well with low aggro style decks here.
Right. Because like I said, there's just not many. There are not many stuff after you get past 8. So just something to think about. But she's on the list. She here. Well, everybody on the list. It's just how high up you are.
Exactly.
Doctor Strange. I don't think I think I had him pretty low. I'm on the 50% on this one. I think Earl had him high. I mean, Jordan is fun. I mean, what I won't say fun, but it is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, being able to transmutate positive and negative. But do you get to that?
Right. I've struggled every time I've played him.
And like I said, there's gonna be a lot of getting punched in the face. I mean, your MC may have to enjoy getting punched in the face to do good in this format at the top. But like I said, again, the beauty about a draft format is you ain't got to see the same MC over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we got 21 people, so that's going to be at least 40 plus MCs, different MCs that you can see that could pop out here and there. So, but he's like I said again, he's still playable. I mean, I'd be disappointed I got him not. I mean, just because of who I didn't get, but I could still make a deck and play him.
I mean, I like Doctor Strange. He's pretty cool.
Now, Viz is the interesting one. I hadn't built her before, but I think she could level up real good with some good characters now with that whole one thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I know I seen Burt use her before, but I think she would be an interesting one. But still, again, the power creep with those stats. I mean,
yeah, the stats are what's holding her back.
Right. I mean, we could stop looking at the 5 and 6 health thing because their thing we could get around that nowadays. We more so looking at attack and defense. But flight is nice.
Flight is nice, and her reboot power is really good.
Right. So
especially if you have a lot of low cost dudes, you can just spam to the field.
And like I said, this is still entertainment down at 47.
Right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
now Black Bolt, I mean, he lower than what I thought he would be, but I mean, he still got game. I mean, I'm pretty sure I seen Vern play him a few times. I know some of the Apex, but he lower than I think he should be. Did you give him a 63 or with that Earl?
Oh, that was me. I don't like the Inhumans on principle because they're really just a attempt to replace the X-Men. Because Fox had the rights for the X-Men, so Marvel and Disney were like, "Oh, we need a secondary team that's like the X-Men."
I think it was before Disney, probably.
Probably before Disney, yeah, because they kind of shunted X-Men off to the side. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I love me my X-Men. So looking at these guys as just like a discount X-Men team doesn't really do it for me.
You like the original. But yeah, I mean,
I like the original.
But as a card, I think the stun ability, especially once you get to the green, you gotta be mindful of that, and the fact that it's in the hand, you can't see it coming.
Right.
And one of those, he's standing there like, what the 5 fingers said to the face? What? Smack, and you just get caught with it. It's just not good, not good. So next up we have Nova. I'm not a big fan of his.
Yeah, not really.
They got good plot twists. I mean, he got wings, but power creep, fire, hell, he definitely, I think, should have been below. I mean, obviously, it's just the average thing that, we put them in, but yeah, he's here. Hulk, I mean, he's an interesting one.
I've had some interesting success with him.
I think you could do big things with him, but you need things to go your way.
Right.
And I think the card drawing in this set is not, especially with all. So I want to start referring to him as the big four, talking about the Defender, Spider-Friend, Underworld, and Sinister Six. They each got a plot twist that could draw you a card.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you get one of the characters to play that plot twist, you could draw a card as long as you meet the condition, but usually not something hard like don't have wings, have more deep. It just so I mean he could easily get way to draw cards in. If you put some time, you can make it happen. I think he'd be an enjoyable second round, maybe extra pick, but yeah. Lilith. Well, Mano Lilith and Unmano Lilith, however you see it.
I didn't notice that she becomes a different character on level 2. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's a typo somewhere.
Yeah.
But so I mean, if you can level her, yes, you can level her, but you giving up a lot of your deck to do that.
Yeah.
So turn 1, you're not playing that solo. You playing that meat market.
Yep.
And they all got 1 health, but if you could get to that level up, I mean, I think she's a good MC if you know your opponent have 2. If your opponent only have good MCs to play. Well, yeah, I should say she's the. I won't say good because she's not good. She's evil, but she would be more enjoyable to play if your opponent if you know they're gonna be leaning more into a good deck with good characters.
Exactly.
Good as in team affiliation. Good. And since what?
You're crying if you're running against the Sinister Six.
Yeah, so 66% of the teams are good. Out the 16, 4 of them are good, 2 of them evil.
And then you got neutral, which doesn't really.
Right, yeah, it doesn't matter. But like I said, you can see the MC they have before you play a person.
Right.
So you can decide this is your week. We bring out the lefty. But let's move along. Miss Marvel. Now, she used to be one of my faves.
I like Kamala. She's really good.
I used to want her lore a lot, but I think she get a lot more
that
interesting.
Power.
Yeah, I think she get a lot more interesting off team putting with some of these characters. Now you can put them in relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think she could do some good thing. I still think a level up still not that bad. I mean, I think Unwavering helped her a lot getting her 6 XP. That the main reason I ran her lore, but I mean, you could get 5 off of the Super Sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a way you could get her, but I still think she's power creeped out though at this point.
Yeah,
but
you're probably. If she had 1 more health, I think that helps. But
I don't think the health. I think it's just the numbers. Like I said, I don't think the health is as important. I mean, you still got the fallback. I mean, because you can run fallback in good hands.
Baby Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, you got counselors and stuff, but some of these plot twists you want to give numbers to us. So I just think, like I said, there are MC that do bad things. But like, you could probably build a deck for her, take her out the deck, and put in one of these MCs above her, and still have a better game.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Nighthawk, he always one of the interesting ones.
He is, yeah.
I mean, I think he's a fool's gold. I mean, you look at him like, man, level 2, he's a 12/12 on the enemy player's turn. That's good.
Yeah.
With Lita, I mean, the defender got a good, I mean, but you have to draw yellows. Not maybe, not I may want to. You have to get yellows.
Yeah.
Yeah, your whole mind state and mood gonna be dependent on how many yellows you have in your opening hand.
And you have to go first before they play their Jessica Jones.
Right. So let me ask you, I mean, I know Jessica Jones used to be, do you still think she's the big 3 in this format? I mean, you got
there are a lot of good options now.
Right. So, I mean, I think
he's at least a 2 of.
I still, I mean, with Echo running around there, Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
That's
think
fair.
I think there's a few. I mean, you still got to be mindful of Jessica Jones, but I don't think she's gonna show up everywhere, especially in this. Like I said, this format is not as competitive because I said the only thing you're playing for is tokens. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some people who enjoy these tokens, but I just don't think she's gonna be running around as. I think the plot twist is gonna be the big deal breaker in this format.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think him against the Sinister Six, because that Sinister Six plot twist, I don't know, have you played against it yet? But that is so irritating. You make an attack, and I'm just going to strike you. Thanks for playing. Wait, what?
Right.
Valkyrie. I think she's pretty good, but I don't think she's as good with the character that's in this format.
Yeah, the Sentinel deck she runs is a lot of fun, but what exactly are you doing?
I think not a Sentinel deck. I don't think there's no good top end.
Yeah,
that you could get her into. I mean, there may be some good combo you could still make happen, but in the end, she's just a defender, and yeah, I think you probably do something fun with her. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Baron Mordo, Hex is still. I mean, he stat wise he power creeped for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, a 5'7", what is that? But getting rid of cards in people's hands in that hex.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think a gun going to be important in this format because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of punching. And what you do if you want to beat somebody punching you, you take
You want to shoot them.
You took a few steps back and you shoot them. Yes. So, I think the hex is good, but can you protect him? I mean, I think you could start if you could throw body in and keep that hex up. I think hex gonna be really good in this format too. But how long can you keep somebody down before if they go first? I mean, I don't know. I just the discard though, like I said, getting them plot twists out of him gonna be huge.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think you got as much support as you normally do to discard the rest of their hand.
Yeah, exactly. The control options just aren't there.
I mean, but there is a combo in this format that could make that happen. Black Widow.
We'll let the play. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to let everybody else figure it out. But you just said it.
I'm putting everything out on the table. I have nothing to hide. You could know it's because I think it's going to be a lot more points. But I think we discussing everything. There's no need to hide nothing. There's no big event, right? So there's no secret tech, and if it is your secret tech, my bad. Not really. So Namor, apparently you do not like Namor.
I really do not like Namor.
I mean, you had him at 66, well, that is just.
I know it's disrespectful.
Okay,
that was intentional.
You trying to prove a point? Point proven.
Yep.
Got you. But I mean, let's talk about the card itself. Let's just say he would just name, C Guy.
C Guy. Okay, there we go.
Let's just say he was C Guy. We were just looking at the stats. I mean, people going to be swinging and exhausting characters.
It's true. True.
You're going to level. I think getting some of these cards into Atlantis, I think would make for a good time. And his combat pump is still real.
Yeah, that +3/+3 for each exhausted. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, but he got, because the hate is real, he got pulled back a little bit, so somebody might look into him. I still think he's a really good MC to get. I think you'll be happy with him. I have him in the 20s, so. Blade. Man, oh man.
Oh, Blade. Man,
oh man. I mean, the good thing about the format is the draft is somebody had two evil mains. I mean, you see they got like Doc Ock and they got Deadpool. You could maybe bring Blade to the party. He the opposite of Lilith, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and then that stake, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that stake is real.
Yeah, they're still ST. I don't know what ST stands for. Somebody in the chat.
Star Trek?
I don't know. And Jamil is in the house. He gave a shout out. Sets being released.
Hey.
So sorry. So there is one more set being released, was the crossover 6 that we are aware of. We have no more information from Upper Deck outside of that. That's all I'm gonna say on the topic. Since I am a game tester, so I'm not gonna say anything else on that topic because I'm on the NDA, and so are you, Roland.
Oh yeah, my lips is sealed.
But they had confirmed that crossover 6 is a 55 card box, but they haven't said. They just said organized play is coming to the end. That's the only confirmation we have for from Upper Deck. Apparently, Fredo got on, said they maybe get more information this week.
Yeah, I think so.
He did point that out, so hopefully we'll hear more this week. We may have some news at the draft. But moving along, Jessica Jones. I think she got one of the kryptonite issues of if you play her, you're not playing a support character.
Exactly.
And Maximus is still real in this format. I mean,
yep,
it's a little more fair of a Maximus. I mean, you could prowler him to give him a 5/5 with 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't you got Maximus, you lose. Like, no,
right.
I still got a fighting chance. I still got a couple plot twists in hand.
Exactly.
Well, I have always liked this Jessica Jones. I think her level up is, I mean, it's in your enemy control, but is it really?
Right.
She got
If you're not playing characters, I'm happy.
And we got missing there one more person in this format that we haven't discussed yet. And they're coming up on election season.
Oh, okay.
The senator himself, Senator Kelly. Yeah, so I mean, he get out there and you put her behind Jessica Jones level 1. She pay that green. You can't get past her. And then he get a counter, and then if she level that next turn or something, she could do that again. And the defender also got good plot twists where she don't even may have to spend that green.
So many plot twists.
I want people to know this is not encouraging. I want to make this so clear, so badly. Everything you know about encouraging, forget. If they have that, team, if they got one of those 6-team affiliation, and they neutral, they are legal. Card wise, you're gonna see the Wakandas, all the gems, the nullifier. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, even though this is a small thing of the carpool, there's a lot of Nexus. There's so many things you need to be mindful of that is legal now. Don't forget about the solos and the Jessica Jones. And like I said, the Senator Kelly, there's stuff you still gotta be mindful of. So yeah, gonna be a lot of punching, but there's gonna be some sneaky back corner deals, like in any street.
Yep. Exactly. It's an excellent way to put it.
Like you might be watching the fight, but there gonna be some people in the back corner betting on that really determine who win the fight. Venom, the old school. I don't know how he got this high up, but here he is. This is your grandfather Venom.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, my fault. This is your Keys Venom.
Either way, it works.
There's a lot of characters they're gonna double up, and then of course you got the Sins of 6 Venom, but he'd be in the party. But the ones that he decent. I mean, stats are still power creep out. And he got to pay for his symbiote.
Yep.
So yeah, like I said, all the teams. I think besides the two teams that not part of Big Four. I think any one of them you can still build a pretty respectable deck. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about you have Venom at 35 and I won the game with him. Yeah, look at the cards you had around him.
Right.
Also, the Pierce guy. I'm not going to try that first name. He said he got him back when Fiend Fang Foom dropped. Yeah, there've been a lot of sets since then.
Quite a few.
So some of these MC gonna look new and different. Yeah, just want to shout him out in the chat. But yeah, I just think I said the MC itself, their better option on Team Even.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I just think you can still build a good deck around him because the draft you drafting the MC, but the deck you build gonna be the more important part of the formula.
Yep. Always.
Luke Hayes, he have an interesting power.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean healing is good, and people forget about his second level 2 power sometime.
Oh yeah.
Like they run up and they'll punch him. Like I'm gonna run and punch you. He gonna be like, cool. I'm gonna take a quick nap. Wait, what?
And I'll be right back.
Right, and I don't even get that wound.
Yep.
And I can heal one of them other wounds you put on me before. I mean, there are not really many cards that are gonna be able to put him down. Just daze him, is it? I can't think of any.
He got Boomerang, but
no, I'm talking about that. He can daze himself.
Oh, okay.
So for his level 1 condition, because every time he get turned face down, he get an XP.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So, I don't think there's nothing that could do like self daze and
Yeah, that's a pretty rare power.
But still, I mean,
because Play Dead only works on supporting characters.
Yeah. So I mean, as long as he like said don't take no extra wound, he should level within the game.
Yep.
And then you can heal. Like I said, as soon as he level, you'll heal one, and hopefully you're playing greens in your deck, and hopefully you can flip one, and you can draw the extra cards, which helps. So I think he's a good play. I mean, don't get me wrong. his powers is what keep him from being so completely power crept out.
Yeah, exactly.
More so than his stats. But the 4 health is, not a good look. But when you read the powers, you understand why.
Yeah.
Deacon Frost. I think this is a trap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It really is a vampire thirst trap.
But I think they're going. If people don't play around him and you get the green, there are going to be a lot of good characters to take.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, just where his stats get at, it's like, man, super strength is real. Did I say real?
Truly is.
Yes. Oh, Jamil said his boy. Speaking of people who like walking in the traps. He do, and like I said, he's another one of, like I said, again, I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, you're talking about bad about Deacon Frost, I want him. Yeah, look at the cards you got around him and stuff. So don't get twisted. He still, if you build a low, fast, low beat deck with Underworld and, not finished yet with him, he's there, but you have to play him right. And that's just things like, I think some people who have played him more so, they have learned things about him. You got to know where he weak at and how to prevent that.
Exactly.
So.
And I like looking at characters as easy mode versus hard mode.
Right.
Yeah, you can do stuff, but it's so much more effort, whereas you just play Matt Murdock and run around with him.
Right. But he's still in the top half. I think he's in the right place.
Yeah, I think so too.
He gonna get drafted. So I can talk all the noise, but he gonna get drafted. And he gonna be somebody you still gotta be mindful of when you are playing.
Yep.
Electra. I like her.
I like her too.
You gonna have to put some time in her. She don't got Vicky hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they'll level up too tough. Like I said, that team is still good with that big defense. I think there's some plot twist that you're going to need that big defense with Sinister's key world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. But see where she need to be at. Deadpool. I think he levels super easy nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I think his 3rd level, what slows him down in this format, I think people could play around that. So I think they're better option than him. I think because they're not too many top end, because you won't see the Omegas in this format. I think the highest neutral card is the champion.
Yep.
Well, my fault. Not talking about the Beyonder and the Coaster card. What's the Coaster? The Tribunal.
The Tribunal.
If that not keeping your table from getting a little round west spots on it, you are not playing that card correctly. I don't know if you read that.
You mean he's not the best card ever?
Right. For what it's like you paid $1,000 and you getting like a hot dog with some fries. Like, I don't mind hot dog and fries, but I can just overpay for this.
Yep.
So, yeah, let's keep going along. Now we get into the first call from the new set, right?
All right.
So,
Miles Morales.
Right. So, I think his biggest off what got him down here. So I don't know who had him at 10. That wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
Okay, Earl. I don't even think Earl got any of the new 2 sets.
Oh, okay.
So I think he was just winging it, but I think him not getting the Fantastic Four Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it put him down there. He still got good defense, but his blue power is not that great. His yellow power is a Rainbow Christmas type power.
Yep.
Like when you get them 5 Spider-Man, you draw them 5 cards, you're going to call a friend, you're going to take screenshots. But it only going to happen on Christmas and full moons.
Yep.
So, the level of, like I said, not too bad. You still got the 2 of, like the 2 card Spider-Man. They got the different, the 1 ofs.
Right.
So, I think, and like I said, the fact that it can happen on either turn, you can actually play 1 of the 2 drop, and then on turn 3, play another 2 drop to KO the first one in level.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, the team still got good stuff. So, like I said, I think he'll be more carried by his team than he is his MC himself. Because his power is mediocre. I mean, I guess some of the equipment, like with the dark hole and stuff, I guess with Serpent Crown, you want to kind of keep taking calls with Serpent Crown, may be a little, fun gimmick. But like I said, the way people punch and I think you need a better gimmick than that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like as an ultimate power, ugh.
Right. And then speaking of Spider-Man, here's Peter Parker. I mean, he got a lot of support in the new set with the Wolverine and Daredevil. But that climb high is a tough sell. I mean, you got 9 cars. You have to see 1 to 9 in your first 7 if you're going first, and 9 if you're going. I think. Do you have to go second with him?
I think so. Yeah.
But then again, Spider Sense, so he's a 6'10" once per turn. And the thing is, he boosts up people. So I mean, in a Rainbow Land, you need to give him level up, keeping his counters on him, and then having regular basic layers to pay to put counters all to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is good. And then you wake up and realize that's not how life happens.
Realize that around step 2, the bear ate you.
Right. That is the perfect analogy. So, I mean, yeah, you might get that one lucky time, but it's going to happen less than you think. Kraven the Hunter. He look at the rankings. First of all, when you look at the number on it, somebody had him at 15, somebody had him at 41. I think I'm the 22. Do you remember which one you are?
I'm pretty sure I'm the 15. I had him ranked pretty high.
Okay. I mean, I think losing that negative on both terms, I mean, losing that positive is tough. And I mean, I think they should have worded his level up differently. Because from my understanding, I talked to a judge or two, and I think I know a judge. But I think character keep their stats while they face down.
Pretty sure they do.
Well, at least they attack. So I mean,
they don't have powers, but
yeah, you could take somebody down. But if you haven't paid the blue, he's still 3/3. I think you gotta play versus different with him.
Yeah,
like you gotta pay the blue, get the 6/6, and if you play against a Sinister 6, you cannot make that attack because you can't take a chance of getting stunned by a plot twist.
Exactly.
So then you're like, okay. So I think for the first 3 turns, you may have to pass on some good combat because they're going to be plot twists is going to be important in this. That's why I said go to the library and there's a couple books I need to check out.
Yep, put them on hold.
Right, and then see if they got the free nullifier at the front desk at the library. I don't know why they got nullifier there, but that's why I would look for it. Okay, Green Goblin. This brings us to the interest. Somebody had him at 6. That not you, is it?
It may have been. It may have been me.
Okay.
I may have been crazy.
Okay. I don't have the list up like I said I wasn't. But either way, Green Goblin. So his pumpkin bombs on level. Since we're not expecting you to, if you drafted MC, we don't expect you to pay the blue. Put 6 counter onto his card, and then get in your card and drive to your opponent's house. Have them rearrange and then drop it on there, and then drive back and finish the game because you may want to use that power a second time. That's the only reason we did it. So what we said, there was no good way of doing this. There was no great workaround that made it fair. So here's how the rules did. So both players will need a 20. If somebody playing Green Goblin, both players would need at least one 20-sided dice.
Yep.
So the Green Goblin player will roll first. If he roll at least a 10 to 19, he gonna put at least 2 negative counters on any on opponent character that split up how he feel fit. If he roll a crit or a 20, then he'll have 3. There's a 3 or 4 we said.
I think we did 3 and 6. So like if you roll a 20, you can put 6 on.
Okay, we did 3 and 6. Okay, yeah, that sounds more right. I'm bringing it up on the screen right now. MC rules. Yeah, 3-6. You are absolutely right. I guess you rewrote the rules and proofread it for. That makes sense. So yeah, let me rewind. Whatever you heard, forget it. Don't forget everything. You might have said your wife's name. Don't forget that. But if you roll a 10 through 19, you get to put 3 counters spread out how you want to on at least 3 counters. If you roll a 20, it's 6. So then you'll roll a dice. Okay, roll, and then your opponent roll. If the Green Goblin player is higher, he'll put that difference onto the opponent. So like you say, let's just come up with 2 numbers. The Green Goblin player rolled a 15. Your opponent rolled a 14. So in that case, normally Green Goblin will only put 1, but since he rolled at least a 10, he'll get at least 3 on it. And we'll ignore that 1 and go with 3. And Unicorn Land, well, I guess it's not too much Unicorn Land. This is real life that could happen. The Green Goblin rolled a 20. The opponent rolls a 1. You drop in 19 counters.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, it could happen, but that's the best we could come up with. So, we don't expect you to show up at your opponent's house and we don't expect you to have a strange person knocking on your door like, is David here? Can you guide me to him? I'm holding these cards with these counters on it. No, we're not having that. We rolling dice. If you have questions, if you draft Green Goblin, just ask us and we'll make sure we explain if you don't understand. And somebody picked him at 6. Was this bullshit? Moving along.
Yeah, you're right. I was pretty high on him after writing the blog post about him. But...
Okay, that right. You got feelings.
Yep.
I guess I'm a little more
emotionally attached. Right. And I love Norman Osborn, so.
Okay, Scarlet Spider.
Have you ever not been good?
Huh?
Has he ever not been good?
It's just 2 of him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, his 3 drop is not good if you want to talk about not good if you try and get there.
No, I'm talking about, like, this level, this character.
His
like,
3
he's
drop?
Pretty good.
His 3 drop?
Oh, my gosh.
The 1-3? That is not good.
Scarlet Spider, the level, the main character.
Oh, the main character is good, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about you said they're the bad one. I'm saying the 3 drop is the bad one.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So yeah, like I said, so if you draft him, you can have, like I said, the Spider Friends that legal in this format, so you can't go get that the Civil War Spider-Man or nothing. They're not legal, so they can't be in your clone pile. But any one that are, but yeah, Spider Friends gonna be able to dodge some wounds. They're man defenders.
A lot of wounds.
Well, lower defenders. But he definitely go above and beyond when it comes to dodging wounds. I think he got game. I think people can make him work.
Oh yeah.
And without no time limit, I think he could do some things.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't played him enough to go into some deep, thesis about what things he can do. But he could do them. But I know he could level up probably pretty fast if he picked the right MC. I at least know that much.
Oh yeah.
Moving along. The Kingpin. I like it. I mean, he don't have multiple men, but I still think he could do some things. He just need a lot more things to go his way.
Truly.
I mean, but with so many 2 health 1 drop, I think you could level on 3 pretty consistently if you do your deck right.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to get the big swarm where they're like 10 characters on the field and you putting out 10 counters each turn as much. You may get there, but it won't be like you don't have the swarm characters or the right. So I don't think you could do it as much, but I mean the way he can just boot support characters is crazy.
Exactly.
And then removing counters I think is also good as well. I think counters will play a role in the format.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not the top Kingpin, so moving along. The top Iron Fist.
Man, I like this guy so much, and then I played him, and I was like, oh, nope, I don't like this dude anymore.
So the trick to him is, if you understand, is you want to level him. I'd rather fight a 10-10 without chi counters than the 10-10 with 9 chi counters.
Yep. This is the truth.
I mean, especially if you got guns involved. I mean, if you can take him out fast, maybe you keep. I mean, if you take him out, you can't take him out. I mean, you could do 4 counters. I mean, you just gotta be active. If you could be active, maybe keep him at 1. But I think the goal is to level him as fast as possible. I would shoot him twice, get him on 2, and figure it out from there.
Yep.
Because then he got a bunch of dead blue cards in his deck. Like, oh look, I got another blue.
What am I doing with that?
But I still think he got game though. I mean, either way, I mean that's still not the easiest axe. I'm telling you, this is what I'm suggesting, but gotta make it happen.
He's definitely better than the other one.
Yeah. Double Mantle Spider-Man. He don't have zombies, but he still got the Oz formula.
Yep.
I mean, I think he's here, but you have, if you have an idea already, you put the time in. I think you can make things work with him.
I love this Spider-Man.
You had him. I guess you had him at 7.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I just don't have him at high.
I got his big card on the wall right over there.
Right, yeah. I don't have him as high, but I never looked at this picture before. What that feet in the background?
That's the Green Goblin.
Ah, okay, thank
you.
you.
Ultimate Universe Goblin.
Okay. I did the first time I ever had the picture enlarged on my computer screen looking at it.
Yeah, I love the Ultimate run of Spider-Man. Okay. The comics.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Because I'm doing the screaming, anybody could tell me that Camaro got like 30 points yet? That would be great. Moving along. The Chameleon. I think he hiding what he's supposed to be.
I think so too.
But I mean, I think it's the way he failed in our rankings. I don't think the Sky is going to be as good in this format because so many. I mean, just look at how many duplicate MCs we have ran over.
Exactly.
So, when the character that's in it is on, yeah. So
he's really good for a thematic Halloween deck.
Right.
He likes trick or treating.
Check that out. So, but the 6/6 still gonna be real. I mean, if you can make that happen. So
I mean,
make him a
13-12 with a gun.
Yeah. I think in an enemy kill, it gotta be the enemy kill power. I mean, if they play a lot of neutral character, you may have some luck with that. And KO on a wounded enemy support character, I think is still big.
Yeah.
I mean, we seen how big that been in formats and stuff. So I mean, he still got good powers.
Mm-hmm.
It level up, I think, is maybe a little tougher than it should be at 5 of. But he get equal to their printed power. He get equal to their printed power, so I guess that's the difference maker.
Yeah, so if he gets somebody like Jessica Jones who has 3 powers.
Right. Yeah, you put a wound on her, pay the red, now you got
3, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I like to say I have these new cards, I just haven't seen many of them in action. I played a few of them here and there, but I haven't seen them in action, so this is all speculation for him.
Yep.
Speaking of Jessica Jones,
there she is.
I haven't really. I mean, besides all the matchup, I haven't really seen people playing her.
Yeah.
As much, but I mean,
I don't think I built her very optimally.
I mean, but this card and 2 cards from somebody's hand just seem nice.
Yeah.
Especially in this plot twist everywhere and having flight.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has some game, but I think she's about 50-50 MC. She'll win half, lose half.
Yeah.
She may not even get. She'll probably get. Well, she'll get drafted. With 21 people, she'll probably get drafted. She may not get played, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There may be a Jessica Jones fan out there. Okay, now he didn't get bit so hard by the power creep because he could use Manos. He get better with these sets.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I mean, his level up is not tough.
Especially since he's got some really good Champions plot twists.
Right, Champion got good plot twists. They're good. They're good neutral, good plot twists. They're still good Manos. I mean, he could get Captain Universe out pretty early. I mean, there's so many Mano characters. I think you could do things with him.
Yep.
So, I don't think there are going to be many champion. I think he might be the only champion human this high up.
Is he still like the best Miles main character? I think he is.
I think he got the most versatility. Yeah, I mean, the other one, like I said, he need that inventor Spider-Man to be close to him, but then he can kind of do the same thing as well. So yeah, probably so. I mean,
Venom Blast is really good.
Yeah, doing that Mano stuff, I think, gonna make a big difference. So, all right, we go in the top 20, and we an hour in, so we doing good time. Moon Knight.
All right.
I like him.
Me too.
I mean, even if you don't even care about the level one, I mean, he got 6 health.
Yep.
I mean, it said 5, but that's not how numbers working all the time.
Not in verses.
And choose if you choose to flip his personality, I don't think he's still half bad. But having a 7-3 with a gun is huge in the format.
Exactly.
Because a lot of these people want to get punches, especially the people we have at the top. Except for Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman, you're going to have a bad day. You should leave him at home. I'll be prepared to put on a new outfit.
Yeah, you want to swap there.
Let's move along. Bullseye. He got game.
Yeah, he does.
Like I said, he wasn't even at the encouraging event. That lets you. So with Moon Knight, I mean, some of these MCs that we get into, they showed up at encouraging format, so they got some game. I mean, sniper is still a thing, and having a gun in this format gonna be huge.
Oh yeah.
So, I think, and like I said again, with this being a draft format, you get to see who your opponent options are. So you're not going in totally blind. I don't think you would be as high if you went in blind, but being able to see who your opponent gonna play, I think that plays huge in his role.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't checked him out, you should. Taskmaster. Now, I like most of his version of his cards, so this is not a disappointment at all.
Nope. I'm surprised
there will be
he's
some
not
good
higher.
powers to take.
Yeah.
So
super strength, dodge, flight.
So Johnny asking, how do Moon Knight have effectively 6 health? So let me go back to him real quick. So Moon Knight said this game ignored Moon Knight's first fatal wound. So when he get that 5th wound, it don't go against him. So officially he'll be able to survive, and you have to wound him again.
So when he would get his 5th wound, he just gets turned face down, and he's still at 4 wounds.
Right.
And the defenders have a healing plot twist if you want to go loyal with him. So you can really...
Right, so his level 1, no matter what version you got, but once you become, like I said, but you have to finish the game as this version, as a Moon Knight character. So it may so more so if you wanted the other version, you could finish the game as Moon Knight. But if you just stay on him, it's effectively 6 wounds.
Yep.
Okay. Sidetrack. That was a side mission. We're back on task. Speaking of Taskmaster. Death.
Yeah, you cleaned me good with... Oh, you got her at 2nd?
No, I had her at 5th.
Okay.
Earl had her at 2nd. You had her at 46.
I've been burned so many times by death. Like, thinking she's awesome, I play her, then I die.
I mean, Echo is still in this format.
And I totally forgot that.
So, I mean, yeah, she's not as good as she was in the encouraging format. Like, without the cloak and dagger.
Right.
You're going to have to do some swinging. And like I said, people going to be punching, but... I mean, yeah, she's not as good, but I don't think she's 40. She may not be 2nd. 5th may be high. I don't think so. But 46 is you out your effing mind.
I think so. So, how's 16?
I will live with 16, yes. I mean, 16, I could live with that overall, but I just don't like the way she got
I
there.
did what I had to do.
No,
I did what I had
no,
to do.
Moving along. Morbius.
That's my dude.
Yeah, I really like him. I did play a game with him. I had played a test game with him recently since after I ranked him. He gonna struggle against some MC. Against the aggressive MC, he's still gonna struggle.
Right.
Okay, there's not enough plot twists in the world to keep your 5 defense safe.
Yeah.
You can, and you don't have access to good hands or spider friends with him.
Right.
So, but here he is. I mean, I think he's still leveling, like, again, with the different plot twists that could draw cards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can still level him pretty good, and then you could keep him alive for a while, but at that point, you might just be pulling at straws waiting to die.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to go to the late game and let the big characters come out, but there aren't really that many big characters to come out.
But in real life, Death should be at least above him. As we go along, I'm gonna talk about all the people Death should be above.
Okay, that's fair.
Moving along. Spider-Woman.
I love this Jessica Drew.
Yeah, and the sad part is she's not even the best one now.
Exactly.
But I mean, a neg 3 is nice.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think people gonna understand how important what the underworld plot twist that give you the neg 2 on defense.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I know you. I want to talk to the viewers about it. What the name of it?
Oh, okay. Shock. No, it's not shock to the system. No. It's pain and suffering.
Yeah, pain and suffering. Yeah, thank you. Pain and suffering. I think because there's a lot of low defensive character, and a lot of the harder hitters got low defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she could swing into, well, not Daredevil, but it became melee. But the fact is, but once she level up, when she level up, because I said it's gonna be a lot of punching. If you're playing against punching people, and she's stun, I mean, I think she can stun people. Harder. I think that Red gonna let her stun people she's not supposed to stun, but she's gonna take a lot of wounds too. But she can heal those she want to.
She's got queens.
Yeah, and that spider friend and the we could say 8 in good hands.
Yeah.
So she got game. Okay.
Oh yeah.
She could be above Death. I'll let you have that one.
Thank you so much.
Because she would definitely beat Death pretty bad.
Yes, she would.
But let's move on. Okay, you're right. Now we in a whole different ballpark. Death. Okay, so Death may be a spot back. Okay, so far a spot. But Ezekiel, I had Ezekiel below Death. But Ezekiel got options. He eating good.
So many.
I think that for him to be so limited in his build, he has so many options. And
yep.
So I took Ezekiel to a regional event before, so I think I could expertly talk about him. Wealthy is good. Playing a 2 cost on 1, you look at your opponent when you see that happen like you're cheating. But are you?
Right.
But that Spider Society power is so good.
It really is. Because
you can play a bunch of the low cost character to help you level, and then once you play that Spider Society, you could pump them. You could play like one of them 2 cost Spider-Man on turn 6, get them 6 counters.
Yep.
Well, turn 6, get them 7 because you got Wealthy.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think his yellow power it really,
ridiculous.
But I think you got a lot of options, a lot of ways to build him. Keep an eye out for it. Do you have him at 2?
I think that was me at 2. Yeah.
I had him at 13. I think Earl had him at the back end. So Black Suit Spider-Man. The more I think about him, I think he might be a little too high nowadays.
No, you're right.
I think he got power. I think he got power creep, but just because he can't just hit. Because what he used to be able to do, he used to be able to hit the MC. Like, where you gonna put your MC? I'm gonna punch him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could do the trick like I'm gonna just stay on level 1 and just eat these counters. I could heal. I could get your MC in 6 rooms before I could get these 6 rooms for stunning myself per turn.
Exactly.
Them days are over.
Yep. It's true.
I think you have to level him, and you have to play the game fairly.
Yep. Because you miss out on all the symbiote stuff.
Right. So, and you got past that token now, and there may be a lot of characters that could take that token
and run with it.
Yeah. Moving along, Kingpin. Who had him at 32?
That totally was not me.
Okay, check that out. Okay, but because just the thing, I mean, he may struggle level because the format may be pretty fast. I think this is going to be a fast format, and for the people who don't understand what I mean by fast, people are going to be punching you in the face repeatedly.
Exactly.
And you may be dying by 5, 6 turns. But if he could level, he could still get the Beyonder, and he could still make the Beyonder his MC.
Yep.
And either you're going to quit, or you're going to have a long game trying to take down Affinity Wounds with a character with flight range and affinity attack. But I don't think the Beyonder have his same pool of options. That's the only thing. But he still got access to the support character Kingpin, which is the key.
Right.
To it. So. But yeah, but I think he's still in the right place. But there's something you got to be mindful of if you sit across from him in the draft. Or I guess across the screen from him. I guess you're not sitting across from nobody. Flash Thompson, Agent Venom. I built a deck for him. I really like it.
I like Flash.
I mean, I think, like I said, the 2-team affiliation. I mean, I think you could check out both books from the library.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I mean, being able to play that Spider Friend that, you can't get one of good hands and have the dark hold on you. You know how frustrating it is to swing somebody, play good hands, and watch them put it back in their hand?
Yep.
He could draw the cards. He's still in line to do the practice on the Prowler of Maximus combo.
Oh yeah.
You can still easily do Black Widow with either Black Widow herself or with Prowler. And then with the Eye of Agamotto, we can still put on Agent Venom. You can look in your opponent's hand and make them discard their hand. Some of the MCs, they're gonna be good with their positive, but they lose all their cards. They're not as much card draw in the format. They're gonna be a lot of punches, but I don't think they're as much card draw as you think.
Exactly.
Well, to some of the card draw we have seen, like the. But I had him at 10, but I think I would have him higher if I had to rank this again.
Yeah, I agree.
So triple star Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider. So turn 1, in your power you should have the 8-drop Spider-Man. You give him flight and range on turn 1 when you give him the upgrade, and he has flight and range for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, if you have a bunch of locations in your deck, you can get that Black Suit Spider-Man, and then pay the multiple color, get him like Grab, Climb, Genius.
Yep.
And then, like I said, some of the stuff in your power you just kind of burn for no reason. Never give him Captain Universe power. You may have a bad day with that.
Yep.
But and then, like I said, some of the characters, like some of the 2 health ones, you just play just like the one that got range. You just may clone him just to get the XP.
Yep.
Just so you don't have to use one of your other one for a turn. But he got like 3 or 4 that give him dodge. He can get
that is super annoying.
Right. So I mean, he still got good stats, but that cloning around just so good. Like I said, just the cards around him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could do something, but we'll leave the rest to the players. And the fact that he not resource dependent at all, you could build your deck to use those resources. You could put the Earth in space and have like the Silver Surfer on the top end or something. Silver Surfer 8, right?
Yeah, he's 8.
He's just a 5/15, which he's not a fighting 8 with it. More so when more people look at their high cost, they look for somebody to do something.
Right.
So,
but if you got the locations, he can do something.
Doc Ock. He is really good.
Yeah, he is.
That yellow power is really good. And super strength on the MC is crazy.
I mean, the amount of power-ups he has in this format is ridiculous.
And you talking about a smart person going to the library. Don't let him check out the dark hold.
Nope.
You are having a bad day. I'm gonna play the Sinister Six, get +12, +12, and stick it back in my hand. Wait till next turn.
Yep.
Like what? So he got game, and then that yellow power.
Yeah.
Like you got to fight me and give me my XP, or you can just stun yourself. I mean, most people, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna shoot the other guy standing next to you, and then yes, I will stun myself. I will fall on the sword. All right, moving along. The Sinister Six. So yeah, if you draft the Sinister Six, you get all the cards. You just play whatever six you want to.
Freedom is yours.
Right. But with the plot twist, they just got added to them.
Yeah.
I mean, and then like I said, Sandman with that new plot twist could still stun himself. So you still got that play still a thing.
Yep.
The one where he could take his defense and make it all into attack, so you could give it 2 up, stun himself, durability, kick off. Yeah, so I think they're a group you gotta look out for.
Mm-hmm. They always have been.
But we're in the top 7, so you know these are the dogs of the dogs, like I said. So, and for people who don't know, I'm gonna go over at the end, but basically the way that we do the draft, we had a Buckeye ranking system. So the people who do bad through the seasons get the higher pick, where the Bear player get the lower picks. And then newer players usually fall somewhere in the middle. It's like kind of the chess point system. So you always start in the middle, and then you figure out where you're going to go from there as you play games. I'm
going to play again.
Huh?
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So Luke Cage, I mean, he going to need help to get his wins. But he can stay around to let you do what you need to do.
Exactly. I like his Power Man and Iron Fist ability with some of the Iron Fist characters we got.
Yeah, the Spider Friend one is really the only one I think now, the best one to spin that yellow on.
Yeah.
So the one drop you should either have in hand or you got the other one out. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing. So he can level pretty fast here. So he still got some game, but be mindful of his health. And if you're not getting the greens, you may lose faster than you think.
Yeah, that's true.
Ghost Spider, what can you do with that dimensional wristwatch nowadays?
Oh boy, a lot. You can do a lot.
I mean, there's some character, like say you can just name and like I said, the wording is different. I don't think that's the updated one. They changed the wording, so when it said character appear on your side any other way than being recruited from your hand. So they did change the wording on that.
Yeah.
So that way the dimensional wristwatch actually give you XP. Mm-hmm. And then like I said, you're talking about getting away from wounds. I'm going to play a blue. I'm going to leave now.
Yep.
I'm going to play a blue. I'm leaving again now. So
you guys have fun with that.
Right. So we got her top 5. I think she's in the right place.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think for this. I don't think for the draft. I don't think she's the most funnest MC I would want to draft.
I agree. Again, we're lacking a top end that she can abuse.
Right. Like I said, where's she going? Like, what you doing? Like, all right, I left 3. I'll leave y'all 3 here. I'll be back. Come back. Nobody's home.
Right. Where'd you guys go?
Right. So, I don't think she's as good as she was with the open format, but she's here. I think 5 is kind of high for
this card is to use her with the Scarlet Spider, so that you can just continually use the dimensional wristwatch for whatever.
Oh yeah, that would be that's a big because there's a lot of names you could do now.
Yeah,
that they put on team and stuff that wasn't there before. Once the format opened up, you really a lot of characters.
I mean, we're talking about the Black Widow combo.
Right.
She can name Black Widow because we have a Spider-Friend's Black Widow now.
Right. Cloak and Dagger. since they've been in Curry, haven't heard much about them, but don't let them go first.
No. And that's why I've got them ranked so low, because I've played them and I haven't gone first, and it's never been good for me.
But I just think, like I said, I got them at 4 because, like I said, they got some new plot twists.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
I mean, Dagger can't take advantage of the one, but I mean, they could transfer the offense and defense with the cloak ability. And then, like I said, they got 8 good hands.
That's true.
I think they're at the right place as 4.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to 3. They bag Chris Thomas. we know who Chris our person with the number 1 pick. Well, it's on the table, but he got the number 1, so he taking a look. He was looking real close to that. Number 3 is Venom. I think he's higher than what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, after looking through the card pool, I definitely agree.
Because, like I say, he don't get the 8 special location. I think that was a big part of his gig. He don't get the We Are Venom or We Are Carnage.
Yep. Yeah, that hurts a lot.
And he don't have that many symbiotes.
Yeah, he's got Spider Carnage. Is that it?
No, he got Carnage from Defenders.
Oh yeah. I always forget the. Yeah, okay.
So he got that one. I mean, he got some option, but you need to draw into them and not as sure as it was. But the fact that if you're using your greens on creams, you can't just freely use them for lethal protector.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like I said, he don't have this the Clint Tars.
Yeah, exactly. That hurts a lot.
And like I said, the plot twist in the Clint Tars hurt a lot. Not having the symbiotes hurt a bit as well. So, but he got that. He can't use a plot twist that give him the +1 that's on team, because the attack and defense would never be his attack would never be lower than his defense.
Yeah, they're the same.
Right. Not unless you have to use that plot twist. You got to go through so much work. Is it even worth it? But I mean, he still got game because he's still healing. He's still Venom. But I just think they're better punching people. And I think our final 2 are going to point that out.
For sure.
Starting with Spider-Woman. I had her 1. All day, night. I mean.
I thought I had her at 1.
No.
Who did I have at 1?
Now I'm going to get the list up. I'm going to have to sneak it up there momentarily. If you know that's a calendar. If you scrimmage, look away from the screen.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, I got everything displaying on my screen. Yeah, I'm playing the second screen. I get out the PowerPoint. So we'll come back to this momentarily. So let's see.
Oh, it's such a pretty butterfly.
It randomly changed since the update, and I haven't took the time. There we go. Okay, so MC. Okay.
Oh, I had Daredevil. I had Matt. Okay.
Yeah. Here you go.
I would like to change my opinion.
Yeah, you have 4. Your 1 was Daredevil. That was my 2.
Okay. So I picked Jess over Matt.
Your 2
now.
was whoever this person was way down here. I had to look. Okay. Well, let's get back to the PowerPoint. People ain't coming to see what we talk about, but yeah, from current slide, cool. Wait, who had number 2? I'm intrigued. I had to move away because I was trying to set up for I don't know where your 2. Where's 2 at? 2. You didn't have Death at 2. No, that wasn't you on there. Oh, you had Ezekiel at 2. That's right. You had Ezekiel.
I had Ezekiel at 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I mean,
I don't know.
That first keyword besides flight was the shoes.
Yep.
The first dodge and super strength, get out of here. And that level up is so easy. You can accidentally do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
cool, I leveled.
Right. I mean, I played Madam Well, there's 2 XP. I power up that 4 XP. I just do anything in life, I'm leveled.
Exactly.
What? That's not a hard concept. And then, like I say, you have to come see her. So all them guns we've been talking about, she don't care about that. You have to come punch her. And what if you go to swing and like, oh look, I have a Savage Surprise +8.
Yeah.
And then I got a green power that give me +4/+4, 2 counters.
Yeah.
I think this is unfair on so many levels, but here we are.
Yeah, I like Jess.
And then finally, number 1 is Daredevil. Was, like I said, that red power is still pretty good, but there's a lot of things that get around it nowadays.
It's true.
You know how they normally say how the mighty had fallen, but man, how the weak have risen.
The meme is no more.
Who would have thought Daredevil would be number 1 on any list? I mean, he just won a regional.
Right.
I remember at a Gen Con, there was somebody who was playing Daredevil and got a buy, and he stood on the screen like, I got a winner with Daredevil, and it was for a buy. It said when she recovered with Manuel out, does she gain 2 XP on recovery? Let me see. That's a good question. She do not, because her name is still gonna be Spider Woman while she face down, so she'll still get the +2. So what Becky Johnny asked me, when she recovered with Manuel on the field, will she get XP? So if I were making a rule on that, I would say no, because he's still getting that +2 bonus. Because her name is still Spider Woman. And that only Manuel been only checking the name of the card, and you don't lose your name while you face down. So officially she still got the +2/+2 face down with Manuel, but
and that helps against Devil Slayer.
Right. So yeah, she still would be Spider Woman. She still would have that boost. So she don't get that things that trigger when she attack, like I think like Ezekiel power when you defend, I think you get the +3. No, you get that for being Spider. I think there's some power that will check when you go into combat, like Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with same with Craven checking XP check. Yeah, so yeah, she still got the +2 for Manuel while she faced down with Manuel, because he still got Spider in her name. And Craven, like I said, I think they just worded Craven wrong. I think they wanted to word him where, it should have been his attack at higher than each face up character.
Right.
Yeah, so I just think they should have just worded Craven just a little differently, but this not my game to, make. It's just is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So Daredevil, but he still got game. He's still the man. You can still run him low. You can still run him. But yeah. So let's get to the good meat of this. So this is our current rankings. So we got 33 players ranked on here. You can see their ranking. Earl do a good job keeping up with this, and he will continue to do that, even though he's not here with us. He's here in spirit. So right now, this is the draft order. Chris, Jamil, 1 and 2. Rob in 3rd. Then you in 4th, Roland.
All right.
And then Jamar, Nick, Keith, and then we got the new guy, Archie. We got Mr. Ben coming back.
All right.
Quick last run. John is new and his son Self. Eli is new. Jason, he been around since day 1. He's still here. Tevin jumped in right when he got on board. This is actually Dawson's first time in the actual Buckeye league. I mean, format draft.
Oh, cool.
So he done the yearly event, but he haven't done none of the format draft. This is the first time he's doing this. And then we got Kayla and Mitch. We got Pokey. We got Ralph. Cole. We got Vern. And then PJ.
E to the J.
So for people who also new to this, your first round match is gonna be usually the person you picking next to. So like Chris will be playing Jamil week 1. Rob will probably be playing you, and so forth down the list. So I think that's the end of the song. I'm gonna go back to the playmat thing, and we're gonna wrap this up. Well, we may wrap this up. I don't know. I lie sometime.
You do.
So again, with this playmat, if you are signed up on the league, I'm going to bring this up at the draft, and that when I'll get everybody information and stuff. But if you want one of these play mats and you haven't received one yet, from me as in David Robbins, then if you are willing to pay the $10 shipping and handling, or if you want to just wait till the next time you meet up with me somewhere, if we plan on meeting up somewhere, you could get one of these play mats. If you want more details, just message me and we'll take care of that. But yeah, you are definitely entitled to one of these play mats just for signing up. You'll get one or the other, so you'll pick either the Venom one or the Sentinel one for right now. And this is also for people who join into the league play. It's the same thing for you as well. But you don't get one for doing league play, one for draft. Right now, I'm just trying to hand out one just to make sure everybody have an option to get one. And then after that, will we get tiebreak? Yeah, I could do the tiebreakers tomorrow. So yeah, John, I'll go ahead and get the draft order. Probably we'll do the tiebreakers tomorrow. And then anybody who's new after that, they'll just fall in at the end of wherever they would have been at. That sound about right, Roland?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I had a calendar. So like I said, this is what the calendar looked like. I'll leave this up here for a couple seconds. But draft is on. So tomorrow we'll do the pick order. We'll determine everybody's final pick order for who have signed up, and anybody else joining, they'll just fall in. They'll fit in where they fit in. But then we'll have a draft on the 9th. And then I give you time to build decks and stuff. But the first game you have between the 15th and the 24th. So like I said, we have a hard cutoff. So Tuesday morning, if your game is not in, we're going to most likely still start the schedule with you.
Yep.
Yeah, the draft, yeah, like I said, Tuesday, we'll probably by midday we'll have the draft for. Usually I send me, Earl, and Roland got a Facebook chat where I'll send one of them a number and names. I send one of them the number and the name, and then I ask the other one who haven't seen a number and name to pick a number, and that's how we usually do that.
Nice and democratic.
Yeah, so it's usually all three of us, but yeah, we'll get that taken care of, get that order more locked in tomorrow, probably around noonish. Don't hold me to that. And then if anybody falls in the draft, we'll fit them in then. But yeah, so we're gonna do this, and just to let you know what our plans is going forward with the Buckeye. I'm gonna bring up a calendar. Yeah, so after this month we'll take a break. So that go to like Thanksgiving, and then this is an alternative schedule, but going forward, we plan on having one yearly event each year at the beginning of the year. We'll have 2 format drafts where we're going to be formats that we making up, because I say since UDE won't be supported no more, we'll be making format. And then at the end, we'll have an invitational of our top ranked people on in our rankings. So we want to reward the people who doing high up on the rankings. So we're going to have an invitational just for people higher up. We'll determine the number of people once we get closer to that. That is still pretty new to the whole thing. So we still going to determine how many people we have. It may be like 8, it could be 16, but we'll figure that out, and it'll be probably some single elimination event to kind of, pick an overall person for the year type thing. You probably won't get no prizes because I'm not spending money, but you could get a play
bragging rights.
Yeah. And then yeah, so that was that event, and then the last thing, and like I said, we'll be going over the yearly event. We still got the code name for it, where basically you'll be drafting 2 team affiliations and 2 neutral cards, and your deck had to be built from those 2 teams and 2 neutral cards. So good time. We'll go
I'm
more of that.
Forward to that one.
Yeah, we'll probably, when we do the recap, we'll probably go over that towards December. That way for January, we'll be going right into that. We're going to try to do the draft at midwinter. That would be my goal. So I know a lot of people in the league at midwinter. So if we do the draft, so most people will be physically there. So yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for us, man. And plus my wife been calling me, and I don't want to get in trouble for keep ignoring her calls. So if y'all have any questions, y'all know how to reach me. Like I said, I think I respond back pretty quick time. We still have league play. I mean, so for the people who have bought this Protected New York and you're not in the league, are you just against free cards and play mats? I mean, if you is, that's cool. I have nothing against that, but all you gotta do is message me your name, address, a picture of your receipt, and then your receipt number, and you're in the league.
Boom.
And you're entitled to
Easy
6
as that.
cars and a play mat.
You got to play some games, but I mean,
Right, you got to play 7 games, yeah. So, but yeah, so we'll see most of y'all on Wednesday. Well, I won't say see, but we'll talk with most of y'all on Wednesday during the draft. I'll go over a few things. If you have more questions, just kind of get them together. I'll probably get in the draft room about 15 minutes early so I can answer questions and stuff, and then we'll go from there. Anything you want to promote besides the roll over again?
Oh, yeah, definitely check out the resource row. We're celebrating Spooktober, so I have a spooky main character for you.
All right, yeah. I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Thanks again for hanging out with us. It's been a couple hours. We did a good time.
We've been at this for a while.
Almost 2. But yeah, we had 68 MC, so of course. And
yeah, there's a lot.
People, yeah, so there's a lot to go over. So, thanks for watching. If you watched later, thanks for being around. We plan on keeping this going. As long as we have people sign up and keep playing our events, we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna keep playing with the versus cards. And also, I want to point out one last thing. I want to point out: you are allowed to use proxies in this tournament.
Yes,
They just need to be full. They just got to be printed full off. You could put the paper in front of a versus card, but you're allowed to use proxies. So don't let that stop you from joining. We prefer you don't have a whole proxy deck. I mean, since it's not like, a hard, this is a collectible game you should be able to get. But if you can't and you still want to be part of it, or you get an MC you want to play, but you don't have the card, you could just print it out and put it in front of the card. Like when the Crossover 6 come out, like if that come out in a couple weeks, you can still jump in with that. So I just wanted to point that out before I bring this to the end. But I may have more information I'll put on the Discord. And if you're not in Discord, you could be there. Do people say subscribe and like, but I don't even care about that neither. So,
yep, just play our events. That's all we care about.
Yep.
Hang out, play some games.
All right, playing the intro, outro, and talk to y'all later.
Peace.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go.